guys were in good form coming into that game, but do you think that was the best performance of the season so far?
Yeah, probably this year was our best win. We probably played 4 consistent quarters of footy. Probably our win against North Melbourne as well was a pretty good win at Etihad Stadium. So it's good to get a couple of good wins against some quality sides. So yeah, we're happy.
Was there anything in particular about the game, anything specifically you spoke about afterwards that you did really well as a team?
I think we just needed to be harder for longer for the 4 quarters, and the Bulldogs are a very strong contested side and uncontested side. So we probably were able to beat them inside for most of the game, and yeah, that ended up showing on the scoreboard.
What about Richmond this week, George? They've been in pretty good form this year. Even the matches they've lost, they've been very competitive in. How tough is this one going to be for you guys?
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Yeah, obviously I think Richmond are in the top 4 and looking very strong this year, so it'll be a good challenge and a challenge that we need. And if we get the job done, we'll take a lot of confidence out of it for sure.
What makes them a good side from what you've seen in them this year? Why have they stepped up this year?
Oh, probably their good players are playing well. They've got a good spine in their forwards, in their midfield, and their ruckman. So yeah, I guess they've got when their good players are playing well, their young lads seem to be playing well as well.
You're still a young lad yourself. You're in your 2nd season. I think you've only missed about 2 games since you came into the side at the start of the last year. Do you kind of pinch yourself that you've been able to put so many games together in the last season and a half?
I just try and go week by week and try and survive. But yeah, it helps. Last year when we were winning a bit, and this year it's been a bit tougher. But we're slowly getting there, and yeah, I think it's been enjoyable. That's for sure.
George, is that our hope of playing the finals? Is that the key motivation for the team as you prepare for this game? Is that what still drives you each?
Oh yeah, obviously everyone says it, but we take it week by week. But that's the main drive. We can still mathematically make the finals, so there's no point thinking of anything else. But yeah, it's the main thing. It's just week by week, and if we keep winning, then that takes care of itself.
And this is a real crunch game, I suppose, against a team that's kind of in the middle of the 8, like a chance to sort of peg back one of those teams, I suppose, as well as get 4 points for yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously Richmond are a good side, and if we can, match them and play well, hopefully we can get the job done. But it's it's going to be a big game, and hopefully we can just be harder for longer.
Has it been spoken about, that motivation to make the finals? Obviously you take it week by week, but does anyone touch on it, the leadership group? Does anyone mention it, or is it literally not been spoken about at all?
Oh, obviously it's in our minds, but yeah, we just take it week by week, as the coach is saying, review each game, and we look forward just within the 7 days.
Against the Bulldogs, it was clear that you guys targeted Jason Johannesson. I think that was fairly obvious. I guess we've seen that a little bit throughout the season with other clubs as well. Dustin Martin this week against Richmond. Is he a guy that you can actually target, or is he just too physically, powerful?
Oh, we haven't spoken about that, but yeah, he thrives on the contested side of the game. But yeah, we just need to be harder for longer, and it's not going to be one bloke. It's going to have to crack in. It's going to be all 18 of us, and yeah, we'll see how we go.
With Kieran Jack, he was obviously captain last year, and he's not this year. I mean, has it made any difference to his influence around the team as a leader?
No way. No, he's been a very good leader still. He still has a lot of time for the young blokes developing, and yeah, obviously, well, we all weren't playing the footy we wanted to in the first bit of the season, but he played really well on the weekend, and inside we value what he does for the club.
And even when he was off for 6 weeks, like, he's someone who's always around the team and really helping the younger guys.
Yeah, for sure. I guess that's why he was captain for the previous 3 or 4 years, is what he's like around the club.
And how do you feel he's looking now coming into the second half of the year, now that he's back? Do you feel like that form from, his strong form from a couple of years ago is close to return? Yeah,
for sure. He's training well and he played well on the weekend, so let's hope so, because he's one of our most important players, especially when he's up and going. So it'd be nice if he keeps going.
But he's been in good form. Oh, so you go.
Yeah, I think you were one of the guys that actually spent a bit of time on JJ last week. How did you find that?
Yeah, I was on him for a bit, but yeah, I guess it helps when the midfielders and defenders played so well. We probably had the ball a bit more than them, and yeah, he's obviously hurt us in the past, last year especially. So yeah, I guess it was just trying to take him out of the game as much as we can, and yeah, we respect him as a player, and that's why we probably did what we had to do.
Could you sense his frustration throughout the game? Obviously, he went pretty hard early. He really seemed to have no effect at all. Could you sense that out there?
Not really. It's probably one of the good things about the Bulldogs. They've got so many good players down there, Matthew Boyd and Shane Biggs. So, he's a good player, so he'll bounce back from it.
Buddy's been in really good form. I mean, can you sense from his point of view that this is an extra motivation to try and, really after the poor start as a team, to really try and push into the finals? Can you see any extra motivation week by week, or is it always the same with Buddy?
Oh, I think it's the same. I think we was obviously one of our better players in the start of the year, and he's consistently kicking goals, and he's consistently one of our targets up forward that we look to, and I think he's been really good, and let's just hope that he can keep going the way he is and keep kicking his goals, because it's going to help him win them.
John, there's been a bit of talk around about this year about the roster and perhaps a lack of depth has been some of the criticism, but would some of you young guys counter that maybe? Like, do you feel like amongst the young brigade at the Swans that you do have the depth to take the team forward? Yeah,
for sure. If you look at our reserve side, I think we lost one game, and we just beat GWS by 100 odd points, so there's some really good development players playing really well. Jordan Dawson, Sean Edwards, I think Kurt Tippett and Gary Ryan played really well on the weekend. So, I think we've got some really good young players playing in the reserves, so they'll be ready for sure.
And do the young players take that as a challenge, that criticism?
They want to be playing seniors, so probably shows why they're playing so well. And like I said, Jordan Dawson's already had a crack at AFL level. Even like Tom Papley and all that are playing good footy, so that's helping as well.
And Kurt Tippett, as you mentioned, obviously he was dropped. He played pretty well on the weekend. I mean, will it be pretty tough for him to get back in the side? Do you expect him to come straight back in against Richmond?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not selected, but I know Sam Naismith and Callum Sinclair played well on the weekend, so and it always helps. And that the other ruckman is kicking goals and playing well in the reserve, so if someone goes down, I'm sure he'll be in whenever.
Your role seems to have changed a bit this year. Last year you were spending most of your time in the forward line. You seem to have gone into the midfield a bit more this year. How much are you enjoying that?
Yeah, it's been nice. Probably played when I was playing reserves most of my footy in the midfield, and I'll just play wherever the team sees fit, and as long as we're winning, I'll play wherever. That's for sure.
I mean, last year I think you kicked something like 18 goals. There's just been 3 this year. Is that just because you spent less time up forward, or is it something you're disappointed in that you'd like to do more of?
Probably a bit of both. You always want to kick a few more goals, but probably spend a bit more, or have been spending a bit more time in midfield this year, and probably last game or two spent a bit up forward. So hopefully, in the near future I can kick a few more.